What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of The Coffee Room. My name is Joseph, and I'm here with my co-host, Acacia. And how's the first 2 hours of your morning going?
So far, so good. Haven't had my coffee yet, so I'm excited for that.
Yeah, same. We stayed up a little bit late last night and watched this new TV show called The Coarse on Paramount, which has been pretty good so far. We're like 4 episodes in now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's got Emma Stone. Does a really good job at her role. And I forget the gentleman's name, the main guy.
I forget his name too, both of them actually.
But he's really good too.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I think the description on the show was like a genre-bending type of show, which makes sense because it's like thriller and it's comedy at the same time, but they do a really good job at it. It's really funny, a little hard to watch sometimes because of like the cringe factor.
Yeah, it's a little bit
like watching
cringy
The Office.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, it's interesting. Can't wait to see more. It's on Paramount Plus if you guys want to watch it. And I also watched Godzilla -1 in theaters, which was amazing. Mm-hmm. Incredible movie. I love the take they did on Godzilla in this one. Actually, we've been to the theaters quite a bit this month. We watched, what was the other one?
The Boy and the Heron.
Yes,
I think it's called.
yeah.
The Miyazaki movie, the newest one. It was okay. I didn't love it, but it was a good movie. I don't know. I think I just wasn't.
It didn't hit me like the other ones.
I think maybe if I were a kid, maybe I would have liked it more. But also, it was like over 2 hours long, and
it was very long.
By the first hour, I was like, "When does this thing end?"
And we went to the late one too because I had to work that day. So it was 10:25. I think our ticket was. It was super late.
We were there till after midnight.
Yeah. So. Yeah, so we're going to be starting it up. I'm excited for a coffee. And as you guys could probably see, today we're going to be using the Chemex.
Yeah.
I'm going to be using the Chemex.
You're brewing it.
Yeah, me. So that's going to be interesting. Hopefully we get a good coffee.
I'm sure it'll be good.
I think we will. And what kind of coffee are we brewing with today?
Yeah, so today's coffee is another Monogram coffee.
Nice.
I don't have the bag for it, so we'll have to link it in the description, maybe like their website. But yeah, so this one's in Ethiopian. It's called Banko Dhadhato. A little bit of a harder name to say. I've actually had it a couple times at work recently, but I'm excited to try it again because it's been like a couple weeks since I've had it. But it's from the Gadeb region in Ethiopia, which is like a little bit south of Yirgacheffe. Yirgacheffe is known for their coffee globally, like they're just a really sought after region to get your coffee from. Typically a coffee like this, or typically like any Ethiopian coffee is going to have more like floral notes, fruity, you get some citrus. Really common flavor profile is blueberry, lavender.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah, they've got really good notes. It's funny because most people that I've talked to who weren't into coffee and then like just got into coffee, the coffee that kind of made them like have that like aha moment where they were like, holy crap, like coffee can be like really good. It's usually because they've had an Ethiopian coffee and it's usually been one of those notes. It's been like the blueberry or bergamot or something. So yeah, you'll find that that's like a common.
Was it on the lighter roast?
Yeah, it's on the lighter side. Some people locally do their Ethiopians a little darker, like Espresso 46, that one that we did the cafe we went to the other day. They have some Ethiopians and they tend to do them like more medium profile. But yeah, this one I think is more on the lighter side. Typically Monogram does do them on the lighter side. So we're going to do Chemex today because I think it'll help bring out the profile of this coffee.
This is my Chemex, by the way.
Yeah.
Got it for I think it was a birthday gift 2 years ago now. Was it for my birthday or Christmas? I think birthday.
It was for...
Oh, she got it for me.
Your birthday.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it for him. Surprise. And when I gave him his card, I put like a little recipe in it. So for the first like few... Like that, because his birthday's in the spring, so like all spring and summer, whenever you would make one, you'd have to run upstairs and grab your card and like follow the recipe on it. It was just like a recipe. I don't know if it was like the best recipe, but
it worked. We got really good coffee out of it.
Yeah.
But we're gonna be trying another recipe today here.
All right.
That I got on my phone. That's
that I sent.
Yep, the email from.
I just found like
boss.
A generic kind of recipe and just tweaked it just a little bit for the specific coffee that we're brewing.
Right,
Yeah.
so first things first is I should probably dump this water.
Let's grind the coffee first, and then we'll
First
dump the
things
water.
first is we should grind the coffee.
I already have the settings on there, so if you want to get to grinding, and
Just
I'll talk
it's in
a
here
little bit.
already?
Yep, you're
Perfect,
good to go.
okay.
So it's 42 grams total for the weight that we're doing today. My grinder only holds about 22 grams, so I already did one batch, and now he's grinding the second batch. And I have the setting, again, it's the Chestnut C3, and I have it on the setting 19, so it's quite coarse. You always want to do very coarse for the Chemex. If you do too fine, it's going to choke, and you won't get any drippage through there, because the filter is just so thick, it's hard to get the water to go through.
Hopefully they could hear everyone through that grinding
I hope
there.
so. You're good. Once you stop hearing the sound, it's all through. Okay, so yeah, so 42 grams total. We'll have the recipe in the bottom also, just so it's available. I guess I'll just pour it in here and then we'll pour it in there.
Yeah.
And as always, I do a little bit more than 42 grams just because a little bit's going to get lost in here, and I want to make sure we get the actual amount we need. So we already pre-soaked our filter. I use the unbleached paper filters. I don't really know why. It's because where I used to work, we always preferred to use things that weren't bleached. If we could avoid chemicals added to things, we would. So I'm just used to using an unbleached filter versus the bleached one. I think that the unbleached has a more papery taste to it. And you already want to go over it quite a few times with hot water because, again, the filter's so thick. Like, you have to layer it about 3 times over on the spout here because it's such a big piece. So there's a lot of paper to saturate. So because it's unbleached, I do it even more. Like, I'm just...
So we already did that process.
So I already did it, is what I'm saying. Sorry. Yeah, so it should be warm. I'm just going to give it a swirl to make sure it's nice and warm at the bottom. Might even do a quick...
Then we're going to dump that excess water after?
Yes,
Yeah.
before.
Before.
I just want to do one last quick pass just to heat it again a little bit.
Taking away that cardboard taste.
Yeah, it's very, like, even when you're pouring the water in it, you can smell the papery. I don't know if you can... Yeah, you can still smell it. But especially when you first start doing it, it like reeks of paper, which is such a weird thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna pour this out for you, and then we'll put our grinds in. Yeah, that was a lot of water. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So
looking good.
I'm gonna guide him through it a little bit while we do this.
All right.
So turn your scale on.
Scale's on.
Other
Nope, scale's not on yet.
No, this side.
The scale is on.
Okay, and then
It's loading. It's on. Yep.
Can just kind
So
of
I'm gonna do just all of it.
So you want to have 42
grams.
So
coffee, okay.
pour it to 42. And remember, the scale's a little janky, so you can almost all of it is 42. So I would just pour most of it, but maybe leave a little. Oh my god, right on. Wow, okay. Cool. That's good.
42.
Okay. So now you want to make sure your grinds are level. So you're going to give your a little shake, a little tap, whatever you got to do to get those grinds level. Just because you're going to, when we pour our water in, we're going to want to saturate them all evenly as possible. And if they're in a great big mound, you're not going to have an even saturation.
Okay, they're all level.
Perfect.
So that's sitting at 42.
Sometimes with the Chemex, I like to make like a little divot in the middle, just to, again, help with the saturation, but he kind of already did that. But yeah. So you're going to tear your scale again.
Tear.
And now we're going to do the water.
Okay, so I'm going to...
So you're going to start with your bloom, which...
Yep, 45 seconds, 100 grams of water.
Yes. So a bloom of 100 grams of water for 45 seconds. You're going to want to start your timer and then make sure you evenly saturate your bed. You don't need to be super fancy, just, And then once he's done his 100 grams of water, we're going to wait till that 45 seconds is over. So it can properly bloom. Perfect.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
101.
Perfect. And so you get some nice bubbles
For
there.
30 seconds.
It looks really good. So
should I put
once
that
it gets to 45 seconds, we're gonna proceed with the actual rest of our recipe, which is just the general pour. It's just, so for this recipe, it's gonna be one continuous pour. As much as he can. If it fills up too high, he's gonna stop, let it go down a little bit, continue pouring, all the way up to 600 grams. We basically just want to avoid the grinds drying, hence why I'm saying like one continuous pour, just to kind of keep it as consistent as possible.
600 grams. We are at 185, 6, 7, 8, 190, 195, 96, 200.
Okay, and so the time for this should be 4 minutes to 4.5 minutes, roughly, give or take.
We're at 1 minute and 19 seconds. 240 grams, counting.
So, yeah, so we're trying to get up to 600, yeah.
We're at 300, halfway.
Halfway there. Hopefully this turns out okay. We haven't done a Chemex in so long, and...
Should I take a little break, 'cause my arms?
Yeah.
My arms get in it. Woke up with a little bit of a sore neck 3 mornings ago, and it hasn't gone away since, so...
Poor soul.
Struggling.
Yeah. Yeah, and you have to brew the coffee today.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was one time I hurt my shoulder at work. I think I was taking out the compost. And so when I go to like tamp my portafilter, it was not good. Like I literally couldn't work on bar for, I think it was like over a month or something, which is wild because sometimes there'd only be like 2 of us working, and I couldn't work on bar because it hurt so bad.
Yeah, it sucks when you have something pulled. It's like,
especially in your back.
It's just annoying, yeah.
That's
right,
the
it's
worst
like
spot.
my neck / upper back. It's on the left side. It's just killing. Just killing. All right, we're at 533 grams, almost at 40.
I probably should have brought a spoon so I can give it a little stir.
You want to go grab one quick? Go grab one quick.
But it's okay, it might go down. I might just wait till it goes down a little bit and give it a little swirl just to help agitate it. And
We're almost there, 564. And for time, we're at 3 minutes. Slowly trickling down. It's getting close to the rim, that's why I'm stopping every so often. But we're almost at 600.
yeah, you're probably good.
No. We need 0.4 more grams. 97, 98. 600 on the dot. Watch out, it's probably hot, eh?
Yeah. I'm a barista, I have fingers of
Yeah,
steel.
that's true. Yeah, hot water does not affect you.
Yeah, I think it would have been good too also, like I should have took the kettle back and put it on the
To keep it like
the base
hot.
to keep it hot, yeah.
Yeah, it should be pretty good. Still pretty, it's pretty hot.
Again, we're
See,
not
like,
here
the-
to like make the perfect cup. We're just like tasting them. Otherwise, I'd probably be more like on it and a little more strict and a little more thoughtful with my process. But
I think its process is pretty going.
there's
pretty
been a few times like a lot of our coffees have been really good, even
Yeah.
when I thought that they weren't going to be really good.
a few
So,
little
like,
mistakes here and
good
there, but they still
recipes.
turn out pretty awesome.
I think it's a testament to the recipe and the coffee. It's just really good combo.
3, 2, 1. 430. A little stir. It's crazy how these grinds don't get through the paper at the bottom.
It's
It's
what do you mean? Look how
completely
thick that
sealed.
filter
Yeah,
is.
exactly. It's just such an
It's not
interesting,
crazy at all. I'm
such
like,
an
how
interesting
how
way
does
to
water
make
get
coffee.
through there? It's so thick.
Yeah, very interesting way to make coffee. How did this even come about? The Chemex.
Man, the Chemex is so old. I should have done my research on that for this
Yeah.
episode. The Chemex is really old. It's actually cool if you look at a lot of old movies. Like I think even, I could be wrong, but I think even like Breakfast at Tiffany's, like super old movies have Chemexes in the background, like on the kitchen counter. If you go on YouTube, you can like look at, movies with Chemexes in them, and like they really date back. I think it was in the 70s.
Let's see, how old is...
or the 60s, mid-60s.
I can't spell Chemex. Chemex.
Chemex. 1941. Wow, I was way off. Yeah.
By Dr.
old.
Peter Schlumbloham. Yeah. PhD to brew the perfect cup of coffee. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a very old method. And still a really good choice to use today. All right, we're not too bad. It's a little over the time.
The oldest coffee maker, the first ever drip coffee maker, was in 1908. That's pretty insane.
Okay.
Why is Chemex better than French press?
Ooh, let's pour a little bit of hot water in our cups to pre-warm them.
That's pretty cool. A lot of Oh, it's popular mostly because of its beautiful, attractive design.
Yeah,
which I agree. Like when I saw this, I was like, I want to
Japanese
know. Yeah, I want to know how to use a Chemex.
All right, you brewed it, you pour it.
Pretty cool information on there. Okay, so the first pour of my Chemex coffee.
Do you want me to pour mine?
No, I got this.
This video's gonna be 20 minutes long.
No, maybe. It's okay. Some people like long format. My buddy I was talking to the other day was like, if it's not over 10 minutes, I usually don't click on it. I was like, I'm the same way sometimes. Like, I love the
Really?
long format videos. I only like short format videos when I need something that's right to the point. Like, if I'm looking up how to do something, I don't need a 20-minute video.
No,
Just tell me how to do it. I'll get it done, and that's it.
But I usually like the short format ones in general. I like the long format I want like, if I just want to like, if I want to sit and like have something on in the background. But otherwise, like I always click on the short ones.
Yeah. Like if I'm chilling, I'll click on the long ones, and then if I need something really quick, I'll go to those.
I also hit the speed up. Like I do the playback at like 2 times or 1.7, depending on how fast the person talks. I'll do it really fast. Like I feel like our videos I could watch at double speed and it would be good because we talk slower.
We talk pretty slow. I think you're a bit faster than I am.
I think sometimes when I get like excited about
you are. Yeah, I'm not the quickest of talkers, so I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. It's not too watery. The taste isn't like crazy like powerful. Like I feel like it could be a little stronger maybe. But otherwise, I do like it.
I'm getting like interesting taste. So it's giving me a little bit of tea. A tea taste. I find if I aerate more while it's on my tongue, I can notice it more. If I just take a normal sip, I don't taste it, but...
Like green tea? Is it like green tea?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I'm getting.
But like, it's almost like it's been... it's like a bitter taste too. It's almost like you steeped your tea too long, like maybe like a jasmine that's been over steeped, which could be our brewing because it is over extracted. Like we had it sitting there for quite a while and it just was slowly dripping. But
it does taste like now that you mentioned it, it tastes more like tea.
Like you've been letting it sit, almost like But you taste it more when you do that.
Yeah, it's not bad though. I like it.
I do like it. Now that I'm like, it's funny because when I first tasted it, I was like, oh, I don't like this very much. But once I figure out what it tastes like once I pick out a note or two, it's almost like it makes it more fun. So like once I've decided like, oh, this tastes like an over extracted green tea, now I'm enjoying it more because now I'm like almost pretending, not that that's what it is, but like, that's the taste of it. I don't know if that makes any sense, but
no, it makes sense.
Something about tasting the things in the coffee helps me enjoy it more because it's like a fun, like, you're looking for the notes and you're looking for those tastes. And now I'm like looking for other notes because all I can taste is that. But I don't know. There's like a slight fruitiness to it too, and I can't quite figure out what that is. But maybe that's like also coming from the tea taste, the over extracted tea taste I'm getting.
Every time I drink coffee now, because I went to that competition that you were in.
The AeroPress competition?
Yeah, and now like when I'm drinking coffee in front of the camera, I'm thinking of those people who are like, they do that really insane.
It's to aerate, to like get more, because when you're tasting coffee, you're tasting it through your taste buds, but it's also very much your smell. So you're trying to smell it while you taste it.
That's probably why they do it with a spoon.
Anyway, yeah, this is really good. Now that I'm tasting that, getting that note, I like it. But I'm
coffee.
also going to look at
pretty
the notes
nice.
online because the way we brewed it is, I remember what it tasted like before a little bit, and it definitely doesn't taste the same as when I had it at the coffee shop. Because when I made it at the coffee shop, I took a little more care. I think I made it with the AeroPress too. Yeah, so...
I'm just looking up more Chemex stuff. It's pretty interesting.
On the Monogram website, it says tastes like iced tea, which we kind of got the tea-like notes.
Yeah.
But I do remember
Oh, yeah,
before it tasted more like a black tea. I remember actually looking at the notes and thinking it didn't taste like iced tea to me. It tasted more just like regular black tea, like just a hot black tea.
Yeah.
Because there is a distinct difference, I find, between the two notes. But right now it tastes quite a bit different than that. There was apricot and milk chocolate. So I don't get the milk chocolate really at all with this one.
Maybe apricot, maybe?
You know what? We need to... I've been telling myself this for a while, but we need to eat more like fruits and stuff so I can like get my palate up. Cause
we're good with strawberries and blueberries, but...
in a while. Yeah, and raspberries too.
Raspberries, yeah. I love raspberries. But overall, pretty good coffee.
Good coffee.
Yeah.
I would recommend the recipe. It turned out to be a good recipe. I think it just needed a bit of tweaking. Again, you have to tweak it depending on what coffee you have.
Look at this beautiful thing.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready for your polar bear dip? Because that's what she's doing today.
Because yesterday you chickened out. So
by the way, it's January. It's January 6th. It's -10 outside. And you're going to jump into the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it. I've been taking cold showers in the morning, but unfortunately I still freeze up in the shower, so I don't know what will happen to me in the ocean.
I heard him in the shower one time when I heard, ah!
I didn't do that. It's just when the water hits me, I don't know.
You like gasp, but like audibly.
My voice just comes out. I can't control it. But my body also like kind of just ceases. So I'm scared if I walk into that ocean, I'm just gonna be like and then just collapse in the water. Who's gonna save me?
Me.
You're gonna be cold yourself and you're dragging me out on the sand.
I'm from Nova Scotia. I've done this before.
Toronto.
I like jumping in cold lakes when I go camping, which is very different than in the winter, obviously, but it's fine.
I just started hearing
careful.
about cold showers like 2 years ago, so I never knew people expose their body to cold water so much. But it's good for you though. Yeah,
we just got to be a little careful. But...
We'll have lots of blankets and stuff, and
hell yeah.
If I have to jump in the water, I will. I'm a good swimmer.
Should have a hot chocolate or something waiting for me too. Just to help warm
good
me
idea.
up.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. Actually, maybe we could bring our. Actually, we could just put in a thermos, but I was saying we could bring our Coleman as well. We have a little stove.
Yeah, but remember
portable
we were
stove.
talking about before it
winter,
doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't work in the cold. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So that's not gonna work.
Anyway.
Yeah. All right. So I think this is a good episode to wrap it up with, and we got to start getting all of our stuff ready. So. Yeah, we'll be back next week. We had a double feature this week, but next week we'll be back to just one episode next Sunday. Regular programming. And not sure how we're going to be brewing or what coffee we're going to be using. That'll be a surprise for next week.
And hopefully we'll be in a different room.
Yeah, that's another big thing.
We hate recording in this room.
Yeah, so we're in our dining room right now because our house is under renovations a little bit, but we got the upstairs office going pretty nicely. We're going to sell this massive futon couch bed thing we've got in there that's taking up the entire room. And we're going to start tuning up in there. So new scenery next week. All right, guys. Thanks for coming to the coffee room. We'll see you next week. Have a great day and week. So much weeks. Week.